Hello to all table tennis lovers. And a special hello to all the PIPS players who are passionately fighting against the dominance of inverted rubber players. Recently, we made a series of videos for attackers, life hacks for playing against defenders. Today, I want to talk about defenders fighting against attackers. And a peculiar fight at that. Very few have seen such a thing. And attackers would not approve of this. To those particularly sensitive attackers who hate PIPS, I recommend closing their ears and hiding under a blanket. Now I'll share an unusual and rare variant of how to drink the blood of attackers in a good sense. So, let's get comfortable or even lie down. And here's a question for you. Is it possible to play with two long pips simultaneously? I mean, when you have long pimples on the right side of the racket and long pimples on the left side, with an inverted rubber sitting in the closet. I can already hear the giggles and chuckles from the audience. Play with two long pimples? With plastic balls? And in such a way that you don't run after the ball 11 times in each set? No, that's impossible. And I agree. Or rather, you can play, but it's like sawing wood with a wooden saw or digging a hole with a spoon. It's ineffective. Opponents will enthusiastically thrash you completely and go drink coffee with pastries if you come out against them with two long pimples. That's what I thought. But then a player appeared with such a racket and even managed to win against me several times in different tournaments. And I love playing against long pimples and more often win against them than they win against me. And now you see this player on the screen. A unique hellish spinner with two long pimples. He has a Inher LQ2 blade with an enlarged paddle size. It's a typical high-quality defensive blade for aggressive defense. It belongs to the category of fast defensive blades, like butterfly juicer Huke. Its speed is all dash. On the right, long pips on a 1mm sponge, on the left on a 0.5mm sponge. By the way, while we're making interesting and useful videos and reviews for you, please visit our TT Maximum shop more often for purchases. That will be your best way to thank us for our videos. When I started playing with him in tournaments, he only defended. Chop on the right, chop on the left. And you're probably thinking now that this is the most convenient option for attackers against a defender. Serve a long flat serve and then a powerful topspin. Or first a slow topspin, then a powerful one. And when a PIPS player serves, his serves can't have spin, and therefore you can confidently attack and smash him like natives hunting a mammoth. Logically, that's how it should be, but in practice, it doesn't work out that way. Nobody serves flat to him because he's good at receiving such serves. Any long serve he either effectively chops with his forehand or quickly chops with a short movement on the backhand. From the forehand, an incomprehensible ball arrives after a quality chop against the flat ball. There's not much spin, of course, but it's unclear how much. This spin can't be ignored, but it's unclear how to play it. The ball is unusual. The hand trembles, it's easy to make a mistake. And after a backhand chop the ball is low and slow, also risky to attack. So you can't catch him off guard with serve on a regular basis. And his serves are also not simple to attack in practice. Nobody risks attacking them. Mostly everyone drops his serve and waits for a more convenient ball to attack. That's how it happens, friends. It turns out two long pips are not a hopeless option for a defender. A person with two long pimples only defends with them and successfully competes at the mass amateur level. And at some point, this player started trying to attack and quickly worked out this skill to a more or less acceptable level. By the way, while I'm telling you all this unusual information, please click the like and subscribe buttons. We give you videos and cool equipment and you give us likes, subscriptions, and purchases. Can you imagine you are playing with two long pimples and attacking with them on the right? Probably not. And I can't either. But imagine you're making a topspin against a defender. He chops off with pips on the right, you drop, and he runs up and attacks that ball with long pips. And the movement is somehow awkward, somewhere between a topspin and a push. Like scooping soup from a pot with a ladle. And it's distracting. You look at it and need to quickly decide what to do, how to play this ball. And while you're deciding, the ball has already flown past you. You just jerked and tried to put your racket in the way. Every time you drop a ball you're afraid that this cook will run up and attack with his ladle. And it's unclear what to do with this attack afterward. You'll probably lose the point. then you should not drop. But if you don't drop, you also risk losing the point because not every defender's chop is convenient for attacking. And with such anxious thoughts, you play against such a defender. You're uncomfortable, you're tense. And the defender is happy, willingly creating his mischief and waiting for a drop to again perform his attacking push and send you after the ball. Such are the things, comrades. It turns out you can successfully compete at the amateur level even with 2 long pimples. Only the question remains, where do such non-standard players come from? There are no coaches teaching this. So what magnetic storms in the neighboring galaxy lead to the emergence of such non-standard playing styles? Please write if you know. And in conclusion, a couple of words about whether it's worth playing like this. Is it promising? Maybe you recently started playing table tennis and for some reason are playing with 2 long pips. Will it be right for you to continue developing such a playing style, or should you urgently retrain before you completely root these non-standard skills? Whether it's right or not, whether to continue or not, it depends on your goal. Why are you playing tennis? Let's say you're aiming for efficiency. You want to periodically participate in amateur tournaments and really want to win more often. Winning and taking prize places is your top priority. In such a case, you can definitely say that you shouldn't play with 2 long pimples. If you're a defender, it will be more effective to use a racket with an inverted rubber and long pips. In this case, you will have significantly more opportunities. You'll be able not only to chop, but also make topspins, powerful topspin shots, counter drives, blocks. You'll be able to attack from the middle zone and the far zone. You'll be able to create strong spins. And you'll be able to combine all this with playing with long pimples. Thus, you'll have many more different technical techniques and combinations that you can apply against opponents. And your competitiveness will, of course, be higher. So if your main goal is performance, then change your racket and change your playing style. The second option is when the process of the game is more important to you. You want to enjoy the game, and the result is secondary. Then it doesn't matter much what racket you're playing with. Play with the racket you like playing with. Play in the style you enjoy playing the most. If it so happens that playing with 2 long pimples gives you pleasure, then such a racket is the right choice for you. If you're in doubt, then you need to try other rackets or other playing styles. Possibly, they will appeal to you more. I'm telling you this as a person who has played with absolutely all types of rubbers, experimented with different styles, different technical techniques, observed them, and analyzed. Don't be afraid to try something different if you feel the need. And if you have players with very non-standard rackets in your environment, write about them in the comments. And at the same time, write the address of the hall so we know where not to come and play. And if you have any questions about rubbers and blades, ask them in the comments under the video.